Good morning, friends. It's Monday. It's around 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. And it's been officially 59 days. I've been out. So, I was reviewing the Hebrew scriptures and I found a very interesting scripture that I'd like to share with you this morning. It's Exodus 8:1. And it's Moses, and he is going before Pharaoh. So let me read that to you. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go to Pharaoh and tell him that this is what the Lord says. Let my people go so that they may worship me." Now, I'm going to stop right there. If Moses were resurrected today and he sat before me and I told him all the things that were going on in the organization today, what do you think he would say to the 8 men up in Bethel? I think it would go something like this. Let my people know so that they can worship me. I'm going to read something to you today. It was actually in December of 2018. The Watchtower study article the organization had given to us, and it had given us some good advice, and I'll quote from the very first paragraph. As true Christians, we need to develop the ability to evaluate information and reach accurate conclusions. If we do not cultivate this ability, we will be far more vulnerable to the efforts of Satan and his world to distort our thinking. Of course, only if we have the facts can we reach right conclusions. As Proverbs 18:13 says, when anyone replies to a matter before he hears the facts, it's foolish and humiliating. What would Moses say? Let my people know. As I said, that's great advice. However, the problem for Jehovah's Witnesses is the facts are kept from them. If you look on the legal page of ExJW.org, you will see legal cases involving Jehovah's Witnesses. And of course, only those cases where they have prevailed. What you will not find are the hundreds of cases where they have been found guilty. Yes, guilty. For many years, former members have been challenging the organization in courts all around the world, for the most part, on their policies of child protection. The organization has been found guilty of malice and neglect in these cases and has been fined hundreds of millions of dollars. But sadly, you won't see a thing about these cases on ExJW.org. And you won't read a sentence about them anywhere in JW literature before you say, as my former friends and family members have said to me, but the 2019 article on child abuse, it was transparent. That article was anything but transparent, and in fact was misleading and flat out false. What would Moses say? Let my people know. It was used as a tool to placate believers into believing that Jehovah's Witnesses are on top of it, and there's nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here, folks. Shameful. In fact, while you were studying the article in Kingdom Halls all over the world, the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society was filing a petition to the Supreme Court of the United States seeking rights to keep cases of abuse within the organization secret. Another fact kept from its members. Did you know that in 2012 and 2017, there was a commission into institutional responses to child abuses formed in Australia to look into how organizations handle child sexual abuse within their ranks. Of course you didn't, because the powers that be at Watchtower never told you about it. What would Moses say to those 8 men? Let my people know. Maybe because in that investigation, Jehovah's Witnesses were found, and I quote, to be the worst in handling of such cases. In the September study edition of the Watchtower, under the heading, Come to Me and I Will Refresh You. If you were to do this research on your own and you happen to find this information, what question should we ask ourselves? If you have a position of authority, do you have a position of authority? And if so, ask yourself, what kind of environment do I create at work or at home? Do I promote peace? Do I encourage others to ask questions? And am I willing to hear their opinions? Never would we want to be like the Pharisees, who resented those who questioned them and persecuted those who expressed an opinion contrary to their own. What would Moses say? Let my people know. Here are some of the judicial cases that have been out in the world that you can go and look at. If you are one of Jehovah's Witnesses, I encourage you to do that, because the organization is not educating you properly, and you need to educate yourself if you're one of Jehovah's Witnesses. If you want to remain one of Jehovah's Witnesses, educate yourself. The Australian Royal Commission. Let my people know. Candice Conti verdict. Let my people know. Jose Campos verdict. Let my people know. The Watchtower petition to the Supreme Court to keep Watchtower child abuse secret. Let my people know. The Roderick Watkins case. What would Moses say to those 8 men in Bethel today? I think it would go something like this, friends. Let my people know so that they may worship me. I hope you have a good day. And do your research. Okay, friends, follow your bliss and be good humans.